Welcome back to the September edition of Conversations, and I'm really happy to welcome a guest for this middle segment of our program today. His name is Bob Akers, and Bob is a parishioner of St. Athanasius Church, has been for 9 years. Bob, welcome.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
Well, you know, let me just say something too about your background. Bob is a professional recruiter for tech systems. He was telling me a little bit about his work beforehand. He and his wife, Laura Beth, they have 2 children, 2 sons, Landon and Mason.
Yep.
And they have been members of St. Athanasius, as I said, for 9 years. Now, I got a list of the things that you and your family are involved in. Besides being a group leader for Y Catholic, you're part of the RCIA parish team, you coach basketball, and you're a booth leader for the parish picnic. So between going to Mass, praying, and doing all of that, you're a busy man.
Yes, sir, I am.
Bob, thank you. Thanks so much for being here. We talked earlier about the excitement that we have about Y Catholic and its potential, and I showed our viewing audience the program for this year. It's on Christian prayer, and the theme is Pray First. Now, you began really a year and a half ago. What got you to say yes to being involved in Y Catholic?
Well, it started with my journey in faith. My mom had told me about the importance of God. She had instilled that in me. And my wife and I met in college. She was Catholic, I was not. And I moved to Louisville, and I'd already been going to church with her, so I knew about the Catholic faith. But then once we got married, I realized that there needs to be a unit. There was something inside me. There was a thirst, as you speak about, that I knew that God needed to be at the center. And so I went to Father Terry Bradshaw, and at that time RCI was only a half-year program.
Okay.
And so he was like, well, you need to wait until the fall, but we met periodically. And so I went through that program, RCIA, and what I found out was all the gifts that the church has to offer. And then I also, once that got done, they wouldn't let me go. They didn't think I could graduate. So for the last 9 years, I've either been a sponsor. I help our director of religious education, Debbie Minton, with all her duties, whether she wants me to sponsor. But she asked me, to answer your question, I gave you a little background.
No, that's good.
She asked me, she said, Bob, I think you would be great at a group leader. I said, what's involved? She said, oh, it's only 6 weeks. Now, what she left out was it's 6 weeks for 4 years.
That's right, that's right. So, I have to learn something from Debbie. That's a good way to explain it, because taking that first step. I was going to ask you, and this fits into it, really when you say yes, it's a double thing. You say yes initially, but then you have to either keep saying yes if you're going to be involved, or you stop getting involved. Obviously, you've kept saying yes. What keeps you saying yes each year?
Well, it's a big commitment. I mean, it really is. My wife makes me clean the house from top to bottom every.
Oh, you have it in your house?
Yeah, yeah. So
right.
it's every Wednesday.
Okay.
We've got 12, 13 people coming, so
wow.
she makes me have this place tip-top shape.
Wow.
So with all the other sporting, so it's a huge commitment. However, it is what I'm on earth for.
Yeah. And listen, cleanliness is next to godliness.
Yeah.
So listen, you're doing a double thing. Your wife has been a good incentive for you.
my wife has. She has. And it has been absolutely wonderful, because even Sundays when I go to Mass, there's a void. And people have told me in my group, when the 6 weeks is over, they're like, I need that Wednesday night to get through the rest of my week.
That's a very good point. In fact, I've had some focus groups with people who have been involved in Y Catholic, and I think there is a great thirst to continue, and not when Y Catholic ends, but also, as you said, something that becomes, we call a good habit, a virtue. So it's the virtue of ongoing prayer and ongoing education. Tell us a little bit about what happens in the limited time we have when people come to your home that Wednesday night.
Well, we have a group we've set it up where we're in our mid-30s with children, so we send an invitation out to say, hey, if you've got children, we don't want that to be an obstacle.
Right.
So we get a babysitter, and we have the kids go in the basement. So we have a lot of those people in that age group, but then we also have people more experienced in life, 3 or 4 people that give us some perspective that have already been through a lot of the things we're going through. And when we talk about life experiences and how faith interacts with life experiences, those people I learned so much from those people.
Wow.
Because they've already been through a lot of the things that.
Wow. Well, very, very, very good. So you're set to begin next month?
Next month.
And this is especially helpful because you're being a witness. Not all that long ago, our Holy Father Pope Benedict, calling forth lay leadership, he said that lay people today, more than ever, need to be engaged, informed, and articulate. Now, obviously, you're a poster child, if you would, for that because you are engaged. I mean, you're fixing up your home every Wednesday, and I know I get the sense that you and your wife are a team in being able to support Why Catholic. I also appreciate the fact of your thirst for continuing to learn more about our faith, because sometimes people don't take the time to learn about the richness of our beliefs. And I hope you're excited about
really
this one
excited.
on prayer.
Really excited. And the thing, Archbishop, that I think is refreshing to me is Catholics, cradle Catholics that have been Catholic all their lives, have said, you know, through the RCI process, I've learned a lot about the Catholic faith and why we do what we do, why Catholic.
Wow.
And they say, well, I don't know what you know. And to watch some of the confidence that has grown out of this group, we've got one lady that when she started, she admitted, she said, I don't know as much as I should about my faith, and I've been Catholic all my life. And guess what she's done now?
What?
She started a women's group in our church, a Bible study.
Well, your witness has been great, and I want to say thank you to you, Bob, for this very short time for talking about Why Catholic and your own witness. To our viewing audience, thank you for listening and taking to heart the great witness that Bob Akers has given us. And as we conclude this second segment, please stay tuned for our final edition.